let me talk to you about Soulframe. There's a huge problem with the gameplay. First of all, let me start by saying that there's a catch. What is this catch? The game is inspired by Elden Ring and From Software games like the Souls franchise, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, etc. How do I know that? At TennoCon 2023, Steve Sinclair, the Soulsframe's chief creative officer, mentioned that Elden Ring and the Souls games are a huge inspiration for Soulframe. He even made a joke that they put the soul in the game, in the title of the game, Soulframe. One of the things that they inspired themselves the most to create Soulframe was the freedom that Elden Ring provides regarding the open world, okay? But there's a immense, huge concern. What is the most important thing that you consider if you are a Souls fan? The combat. Combat is king, and you don't see that in the gameplay that it was shown at TennoCon 2023. The combat was bad. Like, the character was basically one-shotting every single mob that you see in front of you. You don't do that in Souls games. The first era, you need to suffer. You need to die. You need to feel that you are losing hope, that you are helpless, that you are terrible in your life and in the game. After 20 tries or even more, you can feel that happiness, that bliss warming your soul and your heart. That is the main thing that everyone wants. When you find the first boss, you need to die at least 10 times for you to play it, and after you conquer the boss and you steal their souls, you feel like you overcame an obstacle, a huge obstacle, and you feel like a better person. So you didn't see that in the combat, In that interview, there were comparisons between the parry system, the dodging system. That is my major concern regarding Soulframe. If they are publicly saying that they are inspiring themselves in Elden Ring, if you are going to play the game, what is your expectation to play a game that feels like a Souls game? So that didn't happen. I know that you're gonna say, oh, but Soulframe is a game inspired by the franchise Warframe. However, if you think about Warframe, I started playing last month. How was my experience? At the beginning of the Devir Paradox, I started playing the game. I needed to learn how the controls worked, what I was supposed to do, and after I learned that, it was extremely easy. When I got to play with the first Warframe, the game changed it to difficult, medium difficulty, to really extremely easy, because when you get to Warframe, every single mob that you find, it's one shot, okay? Even the first bosses, it's super easy. That's what I felt when I saw the combat of Soulframe. An extreme easy game. There was one sword slash or maybe one magic or one spell, and the mobs were down. They went beyond so easily. What you should do is give us a challenging gameplay. I saw the Asmongold video that he was reacting to the gameplay, and then he'd say, okay, now it's the time. Now we're gonna see a fight that is worth watching. And by the time that the mob came, maybe it was a mini boss or whatever, by the time that the mob appeared, it was down again, went beyond again. So that is something that they must be really careful regarding the gameplay. You could see more of a resemblance when the character was fighting the boss, the boss that is a god that is corrupted by a nature spirit or a spirit, I don't know. And you could see that resemblance in the game, but you saw a really terrible hitbox. There was a time that the boss was hitting the character, the main character, the mace that she had. The hitbox wasn't even reaching the character, and it counted as a hit because you saw some mist of blood coming out of the character. Basically, you were trying to adapt to a bad mechanic of a game that was still in development than actually playing the game and getting good at the game itself. Every player that reads that interview is gonna have an expectation of finding a Souls-like game, right? And when you find a game that it's easy and doesn't offer challenging, that might be a really big concern, okay? Regarding the game graphics, they are amazing. I have nothing to say against it. Extremely beautiful. When you see the first time, it looks like a movie. It's amazing. I don't know how people are gonna get a graphic card to run that, because maybe I need to sell my body, I don't know, to get something like that. Let us see in the future. Regarding the thematic of the game, the elements, for example, the way that they put the attributes for you to invest your points in, courage, grace, and spirit, that is a really good theme. It was really amazing, to see how the ambience works as well. They mentioned that you're going to have a connection with your ancestors, that you're going to have a connection with nature itself. You could see that that basically was going to happen, because if you play the Devere Paradox in Warframe, you see that there's a really huge similarity between the Devere Paradox and the Soulframe like thematic and contextualization and elements. Regarding that, spot on. Congratulations, it's amazing. Elden Ring is not the only inspiration for the developers. You know, they say that they inspired themselves a lot in Ghost of Tsushima. The only message that I have, I don't know if you agree with me, try to balance your expectations and your reality, you know, because if you don't do it, players will know. Digital extremes, be careful, okay? The game is beautiful. I'm definitely gonna play it, you know, but I wouldn't like it to be the same experience as Warframe, that it's an easy experience. You need to farm, replay the same type of missions, you know. And I don't know, I want to see more. I want to see a challenge, because I will play this game thinking that I'm playing a Souls-like game, you know. I'm definitely gonna do that. Regarding all the interviews, that is my main approach. So I hope that I don't get disappointed, or I hope that they actually open themselves. They actually open up the game and say, guys, this is not a fully Elden Ring inspired Souls-like combat game that you're trying to develop. This is more of a combination between the open world of Elden Ring and the fast-paced gameplay of Warframe. Please comment here in the comment section. I want to talk to you guys. If you don't do it, I won't be able to know if you watch the video, what are your concerns as well, what are your opinions. So if you comment, I would like to talk to you. I will reply every single little comment that you make, okay? Let me ask you for a kindness, if you could like this video, it helps a lot. If you could activate the notification bell, of course, comment what you thought about this video, and I don't know, let us grow together, okay? Thank you so much. I'm gone.